Welcome to Year Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Ryan Sharp. Do you want to see a temple full of peace and harmony? Army Sergeant Matt Cromer takes us to the perfect place to put your mind at ease.
I'm out in front of the giant Buddha head statue, which is 8 meters tall. And I'm feeling a really good energy from this place because not only is this a great temple, but I'm also a Buddhist as well.
In Wawu Temple, you can write your own wish for the new year on a candle, and the Buddha will help you achieve your dream.
Unlike many other temples in Korea, this place has several things to try. You can write any message or wish on a tile, and your tile will become a part of the temple and statue.
Great New Year to all of our military friends, both ROC and American.
The chief monk of the temple, Higu, was born in Virginia, so it didn't take that long to become fast friends with him.
We built this temple for gathering up all the people's wishes for peace in the world. We used bricks from Berlin Wall, stones from the DMZ, and lumber from Tibet. So this temple symbolizes people's wish for healing the world.
그래서 여기 와서 친견하시면
One of the must-see items is the beautiful golden bell, which rang in the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Higuk takes us into a cave-like exhibition museum that doesn't open until 2017.
Just like this ball, we are exhibiting lots of cultural properties in here that came from Buddhist countries around the world, which meaning we are wishing for world peace together.
If you want to find some peace of mind, don't hesitate to visit the temple, which is only 50 kilometers northeast of the USAG Humphreys. Army Sergeant Matt Cromer, Yongin, Korea.
Wawu Temple has made many relationships with Buddhist countries around the world, which have donated many artifacts over the years. We all know that driving is a privilege and that it can be taken away. I'm going to show you a little information that can go a long ways.
As U.S. Army Garrison Humphreys continues to grow, the amount of people and vehicles on the roads does as well. For this reason, with the safety of everyone on the installation in mind, a new policy is in effect.
The new command policy is Command Policy Letter 108. It covers the suspension of driving privileges for those driving on Camp Humphreys.
Depending on the violation, suspensions can range from 7 to 180 days. For example, not putting on your seatbelt can get you a 7-day suspension.
Whereas passing a bus while passengers are loading and unloading is a 30-day suspension.
Policy letter is just for Humphreys, but it applies to anyone that's allowed to drive on Humphreys. So that even if you're from another installation or you're a civilian contractor, if you can drive on Camp Humphreys, the policy letter applies to you while you're on Humphreys.
Army Sergeant Ryan Sharp, Humphreys, Korea.
For more about the suspension of driving privileges, check out the USAG Humphreys webpage. No matter where a U.S. service member makes the ultimate sacrifice for their country, the U.S. will do whatever it takes to get them home. In Osan City, Senior Airman Emily Kuntz shows us how our allies help keep that promise.
67 years ago on the hills north of Osan Air Base, the 1st Army Ground Unit to enter Korea, Task Force Smith, became the first unit to engage ground opposition from North Korea. 60 U.S. soldiers were lost during the Battle of Osan, and 9 remain on the battlefield today. Every year, soldiers from the Republic of Korea and the U.S. join forces to find those remaining few.
Those who sacrificed their life to this country, I owe them my service. And as a soldier, I feel the duty to find the remains and send them back to their families.
Everything we do with them, it's very evident how much they care about this alliance and the contribution of the United States and how much they still every day honor it.
And in these actions, they demonstrate that honor. by dedicating themselves to the return of the remaining soldiers of Task Force Smith. Senior Airman Emily Kuntz, Osan City, Korea.
There is a UN Forces Memorial in Osan City dedicated to those lost during the Battle of Osan, open to anyone who wishes to pay their respects. Katusa Corporal Min Tae-won shows us how the strongest soldiers in the 8th Army keep it getting stronger while maintaining their responsibilities.
Go. The best soldiers around the peninsula compete to prove who's ready to fight tonight during the 8th Army Best Warrior competition. The contestants push themselves through numerous challenges while keeping sight on their duties.
You're running two jobs, so you're also best warrior at the same time you're doing your normal job. I'm an XO right now, so preparing for both has been quite the challenge.
The mystery event had an extra surprise as Lieutenant General Thomas Vandal, the 8th Army Commanding General, showed up to encourage the participants.
I want to say thanks for all the hard work, for stepping out in front of your peers, standing out. Every one of you are winners as far as I'm concerned.
Participants will have to wait until 8th Army holds its Army Ball for the results. Reporting from Camp Casey, Korea, I'm Katusa Corporal Min Tae-won.
Among the events, participants endured physical fitness, stress shoots, and land navigation. Would you take your car to a bicycle shop for repairs? Then why would you learn a language from a non-native speaker if you could learn it from a local? Humphreys Garrison has the answer.
Korean augmentees to the United States Army, Katusa for short, play a vital role in daily military operations throughout Korea. Aside from his duties, Katusa Private First Class Jin Woo teaches Korean.
I think the most important part of being part of the local community is actually speaking their language and talking with the people who are in that community. So learning Korean actually lets Army people and Army family to communicate with the Korean people and be part of them.
Jin Woo is a leader of a Katusa instructor team that develops their own books, which focuses on Korea's language and culture. He is majoring in computer science through Stanford University. While studying there in the States, his immersion in a foreign culture gave him insight on learning new languages.
I thought learning a language was sufficient enough for me to adapt to the American environment, but actually going there made me open my eyes to a whole new perspective. You should actually mingle with the people there and learn their culture instead of just learning their language or linguistics. So that's through this experience, I hope American soldiers and other people will be able to have the same eye-opening experience as I did.
The Katusa instructor team at Humphreys Army Community Services helped build a connection between two nations. Katusa Sergeant Lee Jin Woo, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
The Army Community Services hosts the class once a week on Friday. That was your Around the Peninsula for this week. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.
Born in October 1943 in Washington, D.C., Captain Paul Buka had a strong passion for his nation. After graduating from West Point, he was sent to Vietnam in 1967. His company was tasked with seeking out and engaging enemy forces in Vinh Phuc province. There, they were engaged in heavy enemy fire near a North Vietnamese stronghold. Captain Buka saw his men pinned down by heavy machine gun fire from a concealed bunker located 40 meters to the front of their position. With complete disregard for his safety, he crawled through the hail of fire with a single grenade and destroyed the enemy bunker and saved countless lives. For all his heroic actions during the Vietnam War, he was awarded the Medal of Honor, making him a Pacific hero.
75 years after its founding, Army Emergency Relief remains a key resource for soldiers in financial distress. And the lifeblood of the charity is donations from soldiers. That is why 8th Army leaders highlight the crucial value of the private charity at their AER Area 2 kickoff event on Yongsan. The campaign runs from the beginning of March to the middle of May.
Speeding and illegal parking off-base topped the list of SOFA traffic violations in South Korea. Make sure to obey posted parking and speed limit signs. The double blue line is designated for vehicles with 6 passengers or more during the hours of 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. At toll gates, a solid blue line is for high-pass equipped vehicles only. These are your rules of the road.